Please have patience. Don't neglect. I want everyone to copy this. This will help you a lot when I teach you the theorems. Okay. Just make a note of this. I'll give you 3 minutes. You just note everything. So today it is not a 2 hours class. I just have 1 hour, right? So after that, I think you have DS class. Please make a note of these definitions. It will be helpful when I teach you the theorems. Okay, so Naveen Kumar, Lata, Shekhar, you are telling the board is not visible. I think it's network issue, I guess, because here I can see it's there's no blurriness also. So if you still have the network problem, what you can do is later you can ask your friends. They will send you, and you can make a note of that. See, actually, if you try to study everything from the textbook directly, definitely you will not understand. Okay, especially this module 3. So whatever the important points, I will tell you to make a note of that. So if you make a note of that, it will be helpful for you. And when you are reading textbook, when you are practicing textbook also, already I have told you, don't practice all the problems. Okay, so you just have a look at the question paper, which are all the kind of problems that the examiner will ask. Depending on that, you have to prepare, because there are some silly problems which they will never ask in the exam. So you need not to study everything that is there in the textbook. Okay, so properly have I have an idea. For that, what you have to do is you have to refer the previous year question papers anyhow. So every Friday I am doing that, right? So tomorrow also I will discuss question papers. Actually, I just want to ask you one question. In the past 2 classes, what I have done is I have used the mobile data, but today I have just switched on the Wi-Fi. I don't know how the clarity is. Is my voice and the picture is clearly visible for you people? Is it good? Okay. If you have any issues, you just tell me. I'll switch on the mobile data again. Okay. So are you done with the copying of these points? Can I start? Start with the problems. Okay. So actually, in the yesterday's class, we have solved few problems in the Cartesian product and few theorems also. Okay. So definitely out of that, almost 80% of the question papers, definitely will get one question out of whatever the topics that we have discussed today. So when we discuss the question papers tomorrow, you'll understand. So in one question they will ask. Okay. Fine. So now I will give you one problem. So already we know how to find the total number of possible relations when I know the number of elements in set A and set B. Okay. So this question actually, this is one of the most repeated question. Okay. So even the values also he didn't change. Most of the times he has asked the same question. So the question is, let set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And R be the relation, defined defined on set A, defined on set A, okay, defined on set A such that, defined on A such that A is related to B if and only if A divides B, okay, A divides B, okay. Before we solve this, let me give this question first, just a moment. So first solve this problem. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to 2, 4, 5. Okay. So you just find what is the cardinality of A cross B. Next, find number of relations from A to B. Next sub question, number of relations on A, number of relations on A. Okay, still a few more sub questions are there. Before that, so first slide, let's try to solve this. Okay, actually I think this problem easily you can solve, right? So what he is asking is, what is the cardinality of A cross B? Okay, so because of the lighting, if this is not visible for you, so what I will do is I'll just write the same thing here. Cardinality of A cross B. Okay. So now let us solve one by one. Okay. So the first question is, what is cardinality of A cross B? Okay. So in the question, whatever he has given, so he has given the set of elements in the A and set of elements in the B. So now easily we can find what is cardinality of A cross B, right? So he is not asking A cross B. Don't get confused. Most of the students, what they will do is they will write the answer for A cross B. Is there any problem with the display? I think it's getting struck. Students, is board clearly visible for you? Can I continue? It's getting struck. Just a moment. I'll just switch on the mobile data. Okay. Students, now is it okay? Is it fine for you? My audio and display, both are good, right? Okay. Problem. See, actually, what I was telling is, students, what they will do is, by looking at this A cross B, they will write the answer like, they will just write the ordered pair. No, actually in the question, what he is asking is number of ordered pairs in A cross B. Okay. So again, you already know the formula for this. So this is given by number of elements in the set A into the number of elements in the set B. The number of elements in the set A is 3 and the number of elements in set B is again 3. So the answer is 9. So the for the first sub question, the answer is 9. Very good. Okay. So now his second question is number of relations from A to B. Okay. So number of relations from A to B, we already know that the formula is given by 2 to the power of m into n. Okay. Where m is the number of elements in the set A and n is the number of elements in the set B. So again, this will be equal to 2 to the power of number of elements in set A is 3. Again, number of elements in the set B is 3. So the answer is 2 power 9. Okay. So what is 2 power 9? I think it's pi 12, right? Okay. So even if you keep this much, this is fine. Okay. So the answer is 2 power 9. And what is the third sub question he is asking? What he is asking is the number of relations on A, right? So how will you see? Actually, one more thing I forgot to tell you. The previous question, this is the number of relations from A to B. Whenever you define a relation on a set to itself, okay, suppose if you define a relation R from set A to itself, such a relation is called as a binary relation. Okay, I'll repeat, binary relation is the one which is defined on a set to itself. Okay, so here what he is telling is number of relations on A. So since he is telling with respect to only one set, actually what he is asking is binary relations. Okay, so now the answer for this is 2 to the power of number of elements in the set A2 itself. Okay, so somewhat like it will be 2 to the power of m into m. So again, since the number of elements in set A is 3 itself, so again this will be equal to 2 power 9. The answer will be same, right? Harishwini, you have given the answer as 8. No. So the answer is actually 2 power 9. So the number of relations, this is given by the formula 2 to the power of m into n. Okay. Since this is defined from set A to itself, it will be 2 to the power of m into m itself. So which is given by 2 power 9. So any doubts in this one? If you are clear with this, I'll go to the next set of sub questions. Okay. So JM side, you are telling that you have not understood. You can just switch on your microphone and you can ask your doubt. Abhishek, Karthik. Okay, you are telling no doubt. Okay, fine. Okay, so I think everyone have understood this. Okay, so next I will go to the next set of sub questions. So whatever the first 3 sub questions we have seen, it is a direct question. Okay, so just by applying the formula, I will get the answer. Okay, so now let me see how many of you will answer this. Number of relations from A to B that contain exactly 5 ordered pairs. I'll just write the question. Number, okay, so here lighting is there. Number of relations, students please think about this. Little bit tricky question. Let me see how many of you will answer this. Number of relations from A to B that has exactly, I repeat the word, exactly 5 ordered pairs. Actually, tomorrow if I discuss the question paper, you will understand. This question is the most repeated one. Okay. So let me see how many of you will answer this. See, what he is asking is exactly how many relations you can define from A to B, that is given by the formula 2 to the power of m into n. But here what he is asking is number of relations that you can define from set A to set B, which has exactly 5 ordered pairs. Okay, so that is the question. I'll just give you 2 minutes. Okay, so let me see if you have any ideas, you can share, or if you share the answer also, that is fine. Okay, let me see how many of you will answer. Just think about it and give me an idea how we can proceed. I'll just give you a hint. Always the relation is a subset of a Cartesian product. That is the hint I'm giving you. Another hint, Cartesian product is like a universal set. Any idea, students? Number of relations that you can define from set A to set B that has exactly 5 ordered pairs. Am I audible, students? I'm audible, right? Okay. It's okay. No worries. Okay. So I'll solve this problem later again. Similar to this type of sub questions, easily you can solve. See, actually, what I was telling is the number of relations from A to B that has exactly 5 ordered pairs. Okay. So prior to this, what I will do is I'll just write the Cartesian product. Okay. Like so, since this is the relation defined from set A to B, right? So the Cartesian product is A cross B. So you already know how to write the ordered pairs for this. So this will be equal to 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5. See, actually, if you observe this, we have how many ordered pairs we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So see, actually, the thing is, whenever I define a relation from set A to set B, whatever the relation I define, okay, so I will be getting the ordered pairs. Say, for example, I may define the relation like, I'll give one example. I will define the relation R1 such that the the first element is lesser than second element. If I do that, I'll get the ordered pairs like 1 2 1 4 1 5, 2 2 2 4 2 5, and 3 4 3 5. I cannot write 3 comma 2 because the first element is lesser than second element. Similarly, I can tell one more relation where the second element is bigger than the lesser than the first element. So similarly, the second element is a multiple of first element. First element divides the second element. Like that, I can define n number of relations. Okay, so I can define different types of relations. But the thing is, what is my point is, whatever the relation that I define, obviously I need to pick the ordered pair among these only. Will you agree? Will everyone agree that whatever the relation that I define, I will be getting the ordered pair only among these, right? Because these are the possible ordered pairs. Why? Because I already told you, even in the relation also, what does the definition tell? The definition for relation tells that it contains the element xy such that x belongs to set A, y belongs to set B, and along with that, x must be related to y. This is the condition. The first element should belong to the first set and the second element should belong to the second set. This is very much important. So based on this, whatever the relation that I define, obviously I need to pick among these ordered pairs. Will you agree? Will everyone agree for this? Students, I'm just asking you a question. Will everyone agree for this point? Whatever the relation that I define, I need to pick from these ordered pairs. Exactly. Very good. Okay. So now, based on this, what exactly actually some back paper exams are going on there. I cannot shout loudly. So is my voice audible now? Even if I speak in this low tone, is it audible? Because here exams are going on, I cannot speak loudly. Okay. Okay. So now, what I was telling you is, out of these 9 ordered pairs only, we need, so how many relations that can be defined? That has exactly 5 ordered pairs. Okay. So now, we need to select only 5. We need to select only 5 out of how many ordered pairs? Out of 9 ordered pairs. Okay. So that is what is the question. So now, and one more thing is, you already know that maybe in your +2 or +1 you would have studied. So the permutation is the one which will deal with the arrangement. Okay, so the combination is the one which will deal with the selection. So here I need to define the relation such that has exactly 5 ordered pairs. See, underline the word exactly. Exactly in the sense it should not be more than that or less than that. Exactly 5 ordered pairs. Out of how many? 5 out of 9. And you are selecting 5 out of 9. That is actually a combination problem. Okay, so the solution for this is, the answer is, you need to select 5 out of 9. So the answer is 95. Okay, and once we know this, I think I need not to teach you what the combination is. You already, maybe you would have, I think you have an idea about formula NCR. NCR is given by n factorial divided by n minus of r factorial into r factorial, right? So based on this, you just solve it and tell me the answer for NC5. 95. 126. Okay. Okay. So now, is this problem clear for you, students? Is it clear? Okay. So if it is clear for you, so now I just want you to solve one more problem. I'll just give you the question. So now, instead of exactly 5 ordered pairs, so now my question is at least 7 ordered pairs. I'll repeat. Number of relations that you can define from set A to set B that has at least 7 ordered pairs. Let me see how many of you will solve this. And underline the word at least. What is the meaning of at least? Suppose if you people are having 3 chocolates, if I tell you, please give me at least 1 chocolate, either you can give 1 chocolate or 2 chocolates or all the 3 chocolates also fine. So now, my question is, find the number of relations from A to B that has at least 7 ordered pairs. Please solve it and post the answer. Just tell me the procedure how you have solved. You can just post that. Have you used combination or permutation? Muskan Vajpayee, exactly what you have told is correct. Very good. Aditya Agarwal. So what you are telling is 9C1 plus 9C2 plus 9C3 plus so on plus 9C7. No, actually, Aditya, actually, the answer whatever you have given, if I would have given as, instead of at least, if I would have given as maximum of 7, if I told like how many relations that you can define from A to B, such that it has maximum of 7 ordered pairs, then your answer would have been correct. But my question was at least 7 ordered pairs. At least in the sense, you have to start with the 7. Either you can select 7 out of 9 ordered pairs or 8 or complete 9. Yeah, Aditya Agarwal, what you told at most, that is correct. But what I have given is at least. Very good. Most of you have given the answer. Okay. So the solution is very simple. Since I have told at least 7 ordered pairs, either you can select 7 out of 9. This is one case. This is the correct answer. Or there is one more correct answer, that is selecting out, selecting 8 out of 9. This is correct answer. And also we have one more correct answer, that is selecting 9 out of 9. Okay, everything is correct. And we already know, you should know this, I think you know or not. Whenever we have or, always we have to add. Whenever we have and, you have to multiply. Okay, I'll repeat this. Whenever you have or, that is mutually exclusive events. Okay, so those kind of events, you need to perform addition. Okay, so what is that mutually exclusive, mutually independent event? I will tell later. Anyhow, so the answer is 9C7 plus 9C8 plus 9C9, which is given by what is the answer? What is the final answer? 46. Okay, so the answer is 46. Okay, so similar to this. Okay, so similar to this, I'll just ask one more question. How many relations that you can define? How many relations that you can define which have the ordered pair, which have the ordered pair, say for example 1, 4 and 1, 5. I'll just read the question again. How many relations that you can define from set A to set B, which must have 1, 4 and 1, 5. Whatever the relation that you define, in that relation 1, 4 and 1, 5 must be present. Okay. So based on this, how many relations that you can define? Just answer me. Let me see how many of you will answer. Factorial. Any other answer? Okay. See, actually, the thing is, in this, as I have already told you, whatever the relation that you define, okay, you will get the ordered pairs only among these set of ordered pairs. Okay. So among which 1, 4 and 1, 5 is has been already pre-selected. Okay, so it is already in every relation it must be present. So now you have the choice between only these 7 remaining 7. Okay, so you just can arrange in these 7 places. So the answer will be equal to 2 to the power 7. The answer is 2 power 7. I think what is 2 power 7? 2 power 5 is 32. 64, 128. The answer will be 128. Fine. Understood, right? So this is one of the most repeated questions. Okay. So now let us take one more problem. Okay. So let number of elements in the set A is equal to 3 and number of elements in the set B is equal to 4. Okay. So my question is how many relations are possible? How many relations are possible from set A to set B? It's a direct question. So what is the answer for this? I have given you the number of elements in the set A and number of elements in the set B. So how many relations from set A to set B? Exactly. So this is given by 2 to the power of number of elements in the set A, that is 3, into number of elements in the set B, that is 4. So the answer is 2 power 12. What is 2 power 12? No, 128 can't be answered. Chetan, 12, no, it is wrong. See, actually it is 2 power 12. Okay. Understood, right? See, actually I have just given you the same problem with the formula which I have already given, right? So the number of relations possible from set A to set B is given by 2 to the power number of elements in the set A into number of elements in the set B. Similarly, the number of ordered pairs in the Cartesian product, that is given by number of elements in the set A into number of elements in the set B. Those two formulas already I have given you. Okay, so you will forget. That is the reason I told you to make a note of those formulas in the last page of your notes. Okay, so this is one question. So let me ask you one more question. So this is the exam problem. Let A and B be finite sets with the cardinality of B is equal to 3. If cardinality of B is equal to 3, and the number of relations from A to B is 4096. Now find the number of elements in the set A. This is one of the most repeated problem in the exam. Usually they will ask for 3 to 4 marks. So let me see how many of you will solve this. So this time he only has given the number of relations, that is 4096, and he has given the number of elements in the set B. So he is asking you the number of elements in the set B. Okay. See, actually, most of you have already answered. The thing is, since the previous problem which we have solved is similar to this, most of you have already got the answer. Very good. Okay. So I just write the procedure. Okay. So we already know that number of relations from set A to set B. This is given by the formula 2 to the power of number of elements in the set A and number of elements in the set B. Okay. So this part he has already given, which is given by 4096, right? So this is equal to 2 to the power of what is the number of elements in the set A into 3. Okay. So now, if you have to get the variable that is there as a power, always you have to apply the log. You already know that, right? So now, if I apply the log on both sides, what will happen? So this will be equal to log of 4096 is equal to, so this I will get it down, 3 into cardinality of A log of 2. Okay. So now cardinality of A value will be equal to log of 4096 divided by 3 into log 2, which if you calculate, you will get the answer as 4. Understood, right? So any doubt in this problem, students? So this problem and the previous problem, whatever we have solved, these are the exam problems and they are most repeated ones. Any doubts in this one? Can I proceed? Am I audible, students? No doubts. Okay, fine. Thank you. See, actually, next I have a few set of problems. These are exercise problems. Usually, the thing is they won't ask these kind of questions in the exam, but actually, there are few problems for which this background is required. Okay, so if you are able to solve this, it will be easy for me to teach you those problems. Okay, so based on that, so what he has given is set A is equal to 0, 1, 2, set B is equal to 8, 9. So he's asking you to indicate whether the following set of order pairs or the relations from A to B or not. Okay, so he has given you 3 relations. So write this. R1 is given by 0, 8, 1, 8, 2, 9. So this is one relation. The relation R2, which is given by 1, 8, 1, 9, 2, and the relation R3 is given by 1, 9, 0, 8, 8, 0. Okay. So now my question is very simple. So I have given you two sets, okay, set A and set B, and I have defined you three relations, R1, R2, R3. So among these three relations, which are all the relations from set A to set B? I know that the relation 1 and relation 2 is not properly visible, but I just read out for you. So the relation 1, this has the element 0, 8, 1, 8, and 2, 9. Is it the relation from set A to set B? How can you find that? You can find that by using the simple rule which we already know, whether it might be a relation or it might be a Cartesian product. Always in a ordered space, the first element will be from the first set and the second element will be from the second set. Okay, so that is a basic rule which we already know. So based on that rule, so will you agree that R1 is a relation from set A to set B? Yes, exactly. So now, will you agree R2 is a relation from set A to set B? So if it is not visible, I'll just read out for you. It contains the order space 1, 8, 1, 9, and 2, 2. Exactly. And now tell me the reason why it is not a relation from A to B. R2, you are telling that it is not a relation from A to B. Why? What is the reason? What is the reason? Yes, exactly. The reason is it has an order space 2, 2, where 2 is an element from the first set and another 2 is also from the first set, which should not happen. So okay, similarly, R3, is it a relation from A to B? Is it a valid relation? Code has become blur now. So I'll just read that 1, 9, 0, 8 and 8, 0. No. So 8, 0 is not a valid order space. So now you got an idea, right? Whenever I give a relation for you, even if I don't define whether the relation is from A to B or not, so easily you can find by looking at the order space, right? So this is very important. Okay. So next I'll give one simple question. Let set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. And R is a relation defined from A to itself. R is a relation defined from A to itself such that A is less than or equal to B. Okay, so this is the condition he has given. Find the relation in the form of ordered pair and represent the relation R as matrix 0, 1 matrix. Okay. See, actually, the board has become blurred. Students, is the board visible for you properly? I think there are some network issues. Let us wait for some time. Okay, so now I think it's clearly visible, right? Okay, I'll just read the question for you. So he has given the set A elements. Okay, so the set A elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, and he has defined the relation R, which is the binary relation that is defined on a set A to itself. Okay, and he has given the condition for the relation. Okay, you need to include only those ordered pairs where the first element is less than or equal to the second element. Okay, so you need to define the relation such that the first element A is less than or equal to the second element B. So depending on that, you just have to define the relation. Just you have to write the ordered pair. Very simple. Okay. So afterwards, actually, so far, whatever the relation that we define, what we will do is, okay, actually, whatever the relation we define, we used to represent the relation in the form of only ordered pairs, right? But the thing is, the relation can also be represented in the form of a 0, 1 matrix, or it can be represented as in an arrow diagram, or you can use diagram. Like this, different representations are there. Okay, so how will we represent in those forms? I will teach you later. So first of all, based on whatever I have taught you, okay. So now, if I have to define the relation R on set A, where the first element is less than or equal to the second element. For this, so will you agree 1, 1 is valid? Because what the condition that I have given is the first element should be less than or equal to second element. So 1 comma 1 is valid. Very good. Okay. So similarly, 1 comma 2 is also valid because the first element can be lesser than or equal to the second element. 1 comma 2 is valid. So similarly, 1 comma 3 is valid. 1 comma 4 is valid. So similarly, can I write 2 comma 1? Is it valid? Is 2 comma 1 valid? No, exactly. Very good. So 2 comma 1 is not valid because the first element is greater than the second element. It should not happen. So 2 comma 2 is valid. 2 comma 3 is valid. So already got an idea, right? So based on this, so I just write all the ordered pairs now. These are all valid. So now these are all of the relation are ordered pairs, right? So I have listed all the ordered pairs here. So now the example what he is asking you is he is asking you to represent the same relation in the form of a matrix. Okay. So now I'll just teach you how to represent the relation in the form of a matrix. The rule is very simple, students. Okay. So here, when you are writing the matrix, the thing is there will be row elements and there will be column elements, right? So now, since now in this problem, since you are defining the relation on the same set A, I'll repeat, since you are defining the relation R on the same set here, so there is no problem. Okay. So both the row elements and the column elements will be same. Okay. So now the row elements will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the column elements will be again 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So once if you represent this, the rule is very simple. Whenever if you have a relation from this element to this element, you just have to write 1. If there is no relation, you will write 0. So now, how will we get to know whether the relation is there or not? Just by looking into this ordered pair. Right. Very simple. I have an ordered pair 1 comma 1, which indicates that there is a relation from 1 to 1, where I write 1 here. Similarly, I have an ordered pair 1 comma 2, which will indicate that there is a relation from 1 to 2, which I write here 1 to 2. So similarly, I have a relation from 1 to 3, 1 to 4, and then 2 to 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4 comma 4. In all the remaining places where I don't have an ordered pair, in other words, if I don't have a relation, I just have to write 0. So this kind of a representation of a relation in a matrix is called as, this matrix name is called as 0, 1 matrix. Very simple, right? Students, is there any doubt in representing the relation in the form of a matrix? Okay, so this problem can be used adjacency list. Actually, the thing is, since we had only one set, sir, can you explain that matrix form again? Okay, Muhammad, no need to worry. So we will be solving more problems. Okay. So, actually, in this problem, we had a relation which we have defined only on one set. Okay. So here we didn't have any issue. Both the row elements and the column elements will be same. Okay. Suppose if we define the relation from set A to set B, which had different elements. In that case, what we will do now? Always the row elements we will take from the first set and the column elements we will take from the second set. Okay. So anyhow, I think few of the students you have doubt in this one. Okay. Don't worry. We will solve more problems on this. Okay. So when we solve more problems on this, you will understand better. Okay. So let me pick a few more problems on this of this type. So let us solve one more problem. If we solve this problem, definitely the things will get clear for you. Okay. So one more simple example. Okay. So now I take two sets. Set A is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Set B which has the elements 4 comma 6 comma 8. Okay. So now what I will do is I just you just define the relation R1 from the set A to set B such that which contains the ordered pair x comma y such that x belongs to A, y belongs to B, and the thing is x divides y. Okay. So my condition is the first element should belong to the first set, second element should belong to the second set. Along with that, the first element should divide the second element. So based on this, I just want you to write the relation. Okay. So first of all, define the relation in the form of ordered pair. Later, I will teach you how to represent the same using the matrix, 0, 1 matrix. Okay, Mohammed, if you have doubt on this matrix representation, first what you do is you just represent the relation. Later, I will teach you how to represent the relation in the form of ordered pairs. Later, I will teach you how to write the matrix. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು 3 minutes. So next class started is waiting. I'll just finish it off. Okay, so here we need to define the relation R1. So the condition for this is the first element should divide the second element. Okay, so now what I will do is 1, 4. Is it valid? Yes, 1 will divide 4. It is valid. So similarly 1, 6. In fact, 1 will divide all the elements. I can write all the orders here. So similarly, I can write 2, 4. Yes, 2 will divide 4. 2, 6 is valid, and 2, 8 is also valid. Next, coming to 3. 3 won't divide 4. I cannot include that. 3, 6 is valid, but I cannot include 3, 8. 3 won't divide 8. So will you agree? This is the, so okay, Sabia, you have told 7 order pairs. Yes, exactly. So we get 7 order pairs. So once we get the order pairs here, I just represent the same relation in the form of matrix. So the rule is very simple. The relation R is defined from set A to set B, for which we are writing the matrix. Will you agree? Okay. So now here in the row items I have to write the elements of the set A. So which are all the elements of set A? In the set A we have 3 elements, that is 1, 2, 3. I'll just write here. And in the set B we have 3 elements, 4, 6, 8, which I will write as a column element. Once you do this, if there is a relation from this 1 to 4, just I have to write 1. If there is no relation, I just have to write 0. Okay, same rule. And how will we get to know whether the relation is there or not? Just by looking at the ordered pairs. Okay. So from 1 to 4, is there a relation? Yes, actually 1 will divide 4. I have to write 1. 1 will divide 6. 1 will divide 8. Exactly. Again, 2 will divide 4. 2 will divide 6. 2 will divide 8. And 3 won't divide 4. There is no relation from 3 and 4. I'll write a 0. 3 will divide 6. There is a relation. I'll write 1. 3 won't divide 8. Here I'll write 0. Okay. So this is the matrix representation. Understood, right? Okay. So similarly, similar to the matrix representation, we have few more representation like diagram, and we have an arrow diagram. Okay, so like this we have different representations. So which we will see in the coming classes. So students, so today whatever I have taught you, have you understood? So in the next class, that is tomorrow, what I will do is I just discuss the question paper. So after this, on Tuesday's class, again I'll start with module 1. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So now we can log out and you can join for DS class.